Assalamu alaikum. Army Public School and College Khanewal. It's class second year and the subject is biology. Chapter 16 Sport and Locomotion, and our topic is muscles, types and structure of skeletal muscles. But let's start with the injuries to joints. Yes, it's our few points of our last topic. Let's end it first, then we will move towards the muscles. Okay, class. Injuries to joints. What can be the injuries to our joints? It can be the dislocation of joints. Dislocation, as this word is showing, that the joints that slip out of place, mean out of its original position, is known as the dislocation of joints. Joints that slip out of place is known as a dislocation of joints. What happened actually in this injury? End of bones are forced from their normal position. Here you can see in this diagram, students, normal fingers are given here, the bones, the flanges, you can see the joints. This one, and this one. But what happened, dislocated finger? You can see that this joint is slip out, right? Crooked and swollen. So this is known as a dislocation of joints. What happening here, ends of bones are forced from their normal position. As you can see, ends are forced. They are not in their normal position as it should be like this. It causes tearing of muscles, right? Where it is moving here, these muscles, they are also crooked. Tearing of muscles, ligaments, and tendons. Okay, when the bones get dislocated, what it can cause? It can cause muscles, ligament, and tendons tearing. Fine. What are the ligaments and tendons? Ligaments that attached with bones with bone, and tendons that attached bone with the muscles. So if the joints get dislocated, it actually tears the muscles, ligaments, and tendons. What can be the symptoms for this? You can see that here is the swelling in this hand. So intestine pain and immobility of affected joints. So you can feel such symptoms while having, if you have this dislocation of joints. What next causes? Blow. What can be the cause for this dislocation of joint? Blow, fall, or other trauma to the joint, rheumatoid joints. So this can be the causes, that fall or other trauma if you have an ill. And rheumatoid joints, rheumatoid, you have seen that one disorder. It can also causes this dislocation of joint. Reduced to this reduced to its normal position or by surgery, how can you treat this disorder? Normal kids position or by surgery. Next is injuries to joint is the sprain. What happened in the sprain? Injury to ligament. What is ligament? That attached bone with the bones. Now it is actually attacked on this point. It is infecting this point, this region. Injury to ligament, ankle, knee, and wrist. Here it can be occur. It should be rested. Sprain treatments are such as icing and physical therapy. You can cure. You can treat it with these two ways. Dressing, bandage, or A-strap can be used to immobilize the sprain and provide support. Here you can see this is the tone area. This one. This is the region actually where the ligaments are located and the injury took place here. So it can be cured with the dressing, bandage, or A-strap can be used to immobilize the sprain and provide support. The very important thing is to provide the support on this region. So this injury could be treated as soon as possible. Next is the first aid treatment for skeletal disorder. What can be the first aid treatment that you must be adopt first? First of all, you can see stop any bleeding. If you feel that it is causing any bleeding like complicated bone fracture, you have discussed it. If they're bleeding, alleviate and apply pressure to the wound using a sterile bandage. You need to put some pressure over there. A clean cloth or a clean piece of clothing. So bandage can be done by this way, by using this type of clothes. Next thing to do is the immobilize the injured area. You need to immobilize it, don't mobile it, okay? If you suspect that, if you suspect they have broken a bone in their neck or back, help them stay as still as possible. First of all, just provide them the support, okay? If you suspect they have broken a bone in one of their limbs, limbs are forelimbs or it can be the hind limbs, immobilize the area, don't move that area anymore, okay? Using a split or a sling. What can be the split or sling? You need to keep this term in your mind because you can see such type of things. You must know about sling and split. Here you can see one bandaged girl. These splinting methods are short term. Okay, let me tell you, this is the wrapped part is known as the splint, right? And the thing that is giving support to it, it can be any bandage, cloth, whatsoever doctor can use it. It is known as the sling part, right? So you need to give it the splint and sling. Fine. Next thing is to do apply cold to the area. Wrap an ice pack or bag ice cubes in a piece of cloth and apply it to the injured area for up to 10 minutes at a time. Treatment for shock. Treat them for shock. Help them get into a comfortable position. Encourage them to rest and reassure them. Cover them with a blanket or clothing to keep them warm. So this was all about the injuries to joints and the first aid treatment. Hopefully it is clear. If you have any query, you may ask, please. And if you are okay with it, you can tell me too. Let me know, hurry up.
Miss clear है.
Clear है ma'am.
Okay,
Clear है ma'am.
that's good response from your side. Okay, class, now we are going to discuss about the muscles. Yes, you are having a lot of muscles in your body, class. You are studying the muscles since the very early science books. Now you are in second year and you must be very goodly familiar with this term, the muscles. What are the muscles? A band or bundles of fibrous tissues in a human or animal body that has the ability to contract, producing movements in or maintaining the position of parts of the body, like the calf muscles. First of all, what can be the muscle? Bundle of fibrous tissues. Tissues are making the muscles, right? And what can they have the ability to contract and producing movement? So simply you can say that muscles are fibrous tissues that help you to move, right? Where they are present and how they are helping for the process of the movement. You can see few types of muscles here, right? The cardiac muscles, the skeletal muscles, and the smooth muscles. If you see the cardiac muscles, cardiac as it is showing that it is relevant to the heart. So you can see here such that these cardiac muscles, it's mean they are helping your heart to pump out, right? You know that your heart is continuously in a process of contraction and relaxation. Next is the skeletal muscles. You also know whenever you want to move your body or you want to do any activity, you need to move your muscles, and it can be done with the help of these skeletal muscles that are attached with your skeletal system, the bones. Next to them is the smooth muscles. Here for smooth muscles, you can see this digestive system, that how they are present in the intestine and the stomach, and they are also helping you to digest the food. And what kind of muscles they are? They are the smooth muscles. Okay, let me tell you about them, some specific features of these three muscles. Let's see them. First of all, property and their location where they are present. Skeletal muscles where they can be present, attached to the skeleton, as its name showing skeletal muscles, so it's mainly attached to the skeleton. Cardiac muscles, heart, smooth muscles, walls of blood vessels, and hollow viscera. It's mean they are also present in the blood vessels. Next is a function. Skeletal muscles, locomotion and movement of parts of body, yes. Cardiac muscles pump blood into the arteries. Is you know that when blood pumps, it sends blood towards the body and collect it back towards the heart. Next is smooth muscles, constriction of these bronchi and the peristalsis, blood vessels, bronchi and the peristalsis. As I already have discussed you about the digestive system for the peristalsis process and bronchi for the respiration process. So here are the smooth muscles that are helping them for functioning such parts. Speed of contraction, yeah, in skeletal muscles, the speed of contraction is very fast, cardiac muscles are intermediated, and smooth muscles are slow. Next to them is the nerve supply, somatic nervous system. You are well familiar with these terminologies, somatic, autonomic, and autonomic nervous system. Do you know about the somatic nervous system? That is, yes, please, I think you want to answer me. Anyone from your side who can answer for this? Somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. Okay, somatic nervous system, that is voluntary in control, and the autonomic, that is involuntary in action. And hopefully you know about the voluntary and involuntary that are in our control and which are not in our control are known as the voluntary and involuntary. Control voluntary, that is showing the nerve supply the things, voluntary, involuntary, and involuntary because they both act same. Next to them is this features, shape of muscle fibers, how they are microscopic features that what you can see inside, and there were the functions of them in gross features, right? Okay, they are cylindrical in shape, skeletal muscles, while the cardiac muscles cylindrical and branched. You can see them, they are cylindrical and they are having their branches, right? Smooth muscles, fusiform, they are infused forms with each other. Striation, like they're having light and dark bands. The strips-like structure, yes, skeletal muscles have the striations. Cardiac muscles also have the striations, and smooth muscles, there is no striation. Nuclei, many located peripherally, on the sides of each cell. You can say that there is the nuclei. And in case of cardiac muscles, single located central. You can see here the single one, and it is located in the center. Single located centrally, same here in the fusiform. And next is cells connected by intercalated disc and gap junctions. Okay, let's see the next about the structure of skeletal muscles. As this chapter is related with the skeletal system, you are studying about the skeleton. So we will discuss here about the muscles that are attached with the skeletal, and they are known as the skeletal muscles, and we are going to see its structure thoroughly. Fine, the skeletal muscles or skeletal muscle fibers, they are attached with the skeleton. Here you can see one man. You can see this red highlighted area showing the muscles of the body. Fine. And you can see that these muscles are attached with the bones in your body. So what is the function of skeletal muscles? Obviously, movement. And this function is voluntary. That if you want to move, if you want to take rest, whatever you want to do is in your control. So you can say that they are also voluntary muscles. They can move with their modes. Next is striated. Yeah, I have already discussed that striated is light and dark bands, the strips-like structure which is present here. Yeah, and I will discuss it later because it's very important in the function of movement. This striation helps a lot. What actually they are, I'm going to discuss it later. But first, see the other thing. Okay, it is having the striation. Next thing, one end attached with the bones with this tendons. You know that tendons that attached bone with the muscles. So here you can see all the muscles are attached with the bones. It is with the help of this elastic tendons, inelastic tendons. Next is the muscles Muscles are made up of muscles bundle, and bundles are composed of muscles fiber cells, and muscle fibers are also composed of myofibrils. If you see the structure of myofibrils, then they are having the they are having this sarcomere area, which is divided into the internal structure is the sarcomere, and it is divided into the dark bands and light band. As I told you about the station, light band and dark bands, they are present in the muscles, right? Where they are present in the sarcomere point, where they are divided into dark band, A bands, light bands, I band. So we have named them with these two, A band and I band. The dark striation is A band, the light striation is the I band. Okay. Now see this muscle fiber. Muscle fibers, they are having the multinuclei. If you see the diameter, it's 10 to 100 micrometer. Okay. This is a myofibrils made up of sarcomere where these two bands are present, right? If you see the structure of this myofibril students, then it is having a cytoplasm inside of it, which consists of glycogen plus myoglobin, these proteins. It is making the region of the sarcoplasm as it is showing the cytoplasm region of the myofibrils, and the membrane which is covering them is known as the sarcolemma, and it's 1.2 micrometer in size. Is it clear to you all? Should I move ahead?
Yes.
This wasn't easy to understand without showing you a diagram of it. Let me show you the diagram. Here you can see this diagram. The whole structure that I have described, it can be seen with this diagram. Here you can see the muscle, right? This muscle. The muscles are attached with the help of this tendon. Fine. Okay. If you see the muscles in a close way, okay, we opened it. Now you can see the muscles, right? Here you can see the muscles. These are the muscles that are made up of muscle fibers. So you can see inside of it, these are the muscle fibers. Can you see them? There are many muscle fibers present inside the muscle. Clear? Okay. Next to them, if you see this bundle of muscle fibers, these are the muscle fibers. Okay, I have taken this one of the muscle fiber. Now let's see what's present inside of it. The muscle fibers are made up of, you can see this muscle fiber. It is having its nucleus, fine. This is the inside cytoplasm that is known as the sarcoplasm. This is the structure of actually a myofibril, because muscle fibers are made up of myofibrils. So you can see inside it is having the sarcoplasm, the cytoplasm, fine, the nucleus, and this is the outermost membrane which is known as the sarcolemma. Okay, if you see the structure of myofibrils here, these are the myofibrils, fine. This is the structure for the myofibrils where the striation is present. You can see here the A band. This is the dark purple colored A bands, fine. These are the dark bands, and here you can see the I band that are light in color. The light pink color is denoting the light bands, and they are known as the I band. So this is a structure which is showing the dark and light bands are present in the myofibrils. Myofibrils are present in the muscle fibers, and muscle fibers are present in the muscles, and muscles are attached with your bones with the help of the tendons. So whatever I have discussed in previous slides, all is mentioned again with the help of diagram. Now, anything that you need to understand? Yes, please. I need a good response from your side. Just raise the hand if you can't speak. Good. Amna, Kainat, Hira. Okay, fine. You're showing good response. Okay, let's move ahead. Ultrastructure of myofilament. As you've seen in this diagram class, this is the myofibril, right? Where the dark and light bands are present. And we always say that our muscles move, our muscles contract and relax, if you remember, right? How they are contracting and relaxing? Yes, we need to understand it. They are doing so with the help of these A and I bands. They are sliding over each other. How they are sliding over each other? Let's see it. Now you can see this is a myofibril, fine. To understand this contraction and relaxation mechanism, you need to see the structure of myofibrils that we're going to see now here, okay? Ultrastructure of myofilament. They are thick filament and thin filament. I have already discussed the dark band and the light band, remember? The thick means dark filaments. They are made up of myosin protein and they are 16 nanometer in diameter. And they are also known as the A band, where the A bands are present. These dark colored are the A bands. Okay? Here you can see these are the dark colored A bands. They are thick filament and made up of myosin, and the size is 16 nanometer. Next to them is the thin filament, which are also known as the light bands, right? And they are made up of actin, and the size is 7 to 8 nanometer. And they're known as the I band. Here you can see this pink colored and the purple colored. The pink one is showing the I band region. Okay, so these are the light. Okay. These are the light one, and this is the dark one region. Okay, I band plus thin filaments, I band plus partially A band. You can see one thing, class, that this blue lines, purple lines are showing A bands, right? In between them, you can see this one, the light bands are also present here, but some part of them is present in between these dark bands. So you can say that thin filaments are present, I bands plus partially A bands, and they are present in these two regions. Okay. Now see this one diagram very closely with the help of this one diagram here. Okay, the dark bands were myosin, made up of myosin. You can see here, this is the dark band line that is made up of myosin. So this is made up of myosin protein, and myosin is having one head here. It is known as the myosin head. You can see that this is something like it's your palm, hand's palm, and something is sliding over your hands. And this is the dark band. No, sorry, it's light band, fine. It is made up of three things, the light band's composition. If you see, this is the actin protein, the green color is showing the actin protein, which is present on tropomyosin. You can see here, which is present on this. You can see the blue balls to twisted areas. They're showing the tropomyosin, right? And one thing more, the red colored protein, that is the troponin, it is also present here. So actin is the light band, and it is consists of tropomyosin, troponin. And how this myosin head is, excuse me, Ali, you need to switch off your mic, beta. Okay, class, I was telling you about the light bands and dark bands, that this is the composition of the light band, and here is the dark band. It was actually the ultrastructure of myofilaments. Till here, have you any problem?
No, miss.
No, ma'am.
No? Sure?